This is a project group that's working from USF with Nielsen, seniors in computer engineering. And I'm working with Michael, Daniel, and Alexander, which I'll show later. I myself am Justin Fonstock. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about what we have so far during the semester, some of our Wi-Fi testing and GPS location and accuracy and a lot of that stuff. I'll be specifically talking more about Wi-Fi, and I'm sure Alexander will fill you in a little bit more on what he's uncovered with the Wi-Fi. Okay, so this is my the program that we're working on running on an emulator to test a lot of the Wi-Fi polling to get the battery data. It's based on Jose's previous work for the GPS, so it'll look a lot similar. But basically, so here we don't want the network. We're just going to test Wi-Fi, put in some, so many seconds of pull, number of pulls to take, such and such. So we'll begin test, and here it's running. And once it's forced to finish test, and right now it's just going to say all this because it's the emulator and it's not going to actually do anything. But that's how it would work on the phone, which we did have some trouble running with it. It was certain OS versions of it wouldn't run, but I ended up finally getting to work with my old phone, the 1.5 operating system. So we'll get data from that for this, which I will talk about in a moment. So here's our map that was generated from the walk that I just took, and you can see that there's a lot of inconsistency. Obviously, I followed the road right here, went around all the way around back to this side. Oh, and don't mind the scribbled out words. I don't particularly want anyone to know where I live that easily. But anyhow, there was generally, a good 100 yards or so that it would kind of place me in a generality. So the Wi-Fi accuracy, by doing that, it's really only like within 100 yards. But even still, in the housing, lots of housing, there's lots of Wi-Fi locations. It was able to kind of pick up where I was pretty dang well without using a GPS or anything. The results for some of the programs that I've been working on with here my trusty phone here. It's older, only has Wi-Fi and networking, so that's what the two things I've been trying to compare with what I was working on. Interestingly, Wi-Fi connection, if I'm running a Wi-Fi pinging, it came out that after 5 hours my phone died with no Wi-Fi connection, just pinging nothing, such as in the middle of the woods or whatever. But interesting fact is that once I was in Wi-Fi, say my house, it actually lasted probably 45 minutes longer, so 5 hours, 45 minutes after that. It actually lasts longer. My assumption for this is that the protocol, there's some protocol whenever it does connect that it maybe ignores the polling requests. I don't know, maybe there's some other variable, I'm not sure. To be honest, I haven't had enough time to run lots of tests. There's lots of variables, moving, stationary, inside Wi-Fi, outside of Wi-Fi, crossing between, such as things like that, which we'll be working on during this week and next. The last thing is that the network polling actually consumes 20 to 30% more battery than Wi-Fi polling, so any time that you could use Wi-Fi would definitely save battery as opposed to using the network. Also, we have a website that we put up everything that we've done, our status reports, requirement documents, all the specifications, all that kind of stuff up here. You can see right here is the website.